I firmly believe in the power of working remotely, but I also firmly believe in the power of getting people together. How often do you need to get together? Well, it depends. That's what we're going to be talking about today. My name is Tucker Johnson. Welcome to Remotely Possible, the show where we celebrate and support remote workers of all backgrounds from all walks of life and working in all industries. Right now I'm on my way to Sandpoint, Idaho, because we just acquired a company over there several months ago called MultiLingual Magazine. And it's an awesome magazine that focuses on language, culture, business, technology, and they're doing some interesting stuff coming up on their YouTube channel. So I'll make sure to put a link for that down in the description. The reason I'm going back right now is because it's been a few months. We went over there when we first acquired the organization and had very productive meetings. 3 days I think we spent there, just very intensive, just getting to know each other. It was great to build a relationship and understand this new company that is in our portfolio. However, we didn't really know what questions to ask because everything was so new. So I feel that this trip, now that we've been working together for several months remotely, it's going to be much more productive. So it got me thinking, I want to put together a video explaining how often do I do these in-person meetings and why. So let's start with multilingual because that's where I'm headed and that's why I'm recording this video in my truck. And with multilingual, well, we've only had them in our portfolio for 3 months and this is the second time. So it's looking like once every few months. And I expect that to continue for a while. Everything's new with multilingual, so there's a lot of change. So this leads me to the first point, which is in times of change or in times of crisis, it's super important that you get people together. If possible, get people together in person. That's not always possible, and that's okay. There's remote solutions for that, but I feel especially when you're dealing with change or dealing with crisis, then in-person collaboration really helps. The next thing I want to talk about is when to meet in person. So whether you're kicking off a new project, maybe you're starting at a new company, or like us, maybe you've merged with another organization, whatever it may be, you need to go meet in person. When? Do you do it on day 1? Do you do it 2 weeks in? Do you do it on day 1 and 2 weeks in? I find that if you had to pick one time, and you could only pick one time to meet in person, I would usually wait several weeks from the project start or from the date of acquisition, whatever it may be. Why? Because as I mentioned, on that first trip over to Sandpoint, Idaho, I didn't even know what questions to ask. Everything was so new. I was super fortunate to be able to do that. Fortunately, I can drive there, so it's not a big expense to travel. But if I didn't have the option of doing it again, I wouldn't have done it. I would have waited. And that's why I'm excited about this trip, because I feel it's going to be much more productive because we already have that working relationship. We've had several months to get to know each other, and it's going to be a much more efficient use of our time. Now, that was for MultiLingual Magazine, which is a new acquisition for us. What about for my ongoing business? Nimdzi Insights is a market research and consulting company that I run, and we meet twice a year, every year. We meet once in the summertime with just our leadership team, our executives, and that's to get together and just spend time in a room planning out where we want to go with the company. And having a small group of leaders in the room allows the conversations to be much more flexible and much more focused than if we had a larger audience. So that's why I like to bring together the high-level people, the leaders in our organization. So we do that in July, in the middle of summer, and then at the end of the year, in December or January, we will have an all-hands meeting. And that's where we bring together everybody from the organization. Last year we had, I think, about 20 people. We brought them all to Seattle, Washington, which was a big expense. And I bring that up because I want to let you know that I firmly believe in this to the point where I will invest a lot of money in bringing people together in person. But having that all-hands meeting in Seattle last year really helped us as a whole organization align to that strategy and vision that we were already talking about in July with our leadership session. So that's how I do it for Nimdzi Insights. It's an ongoing operation. We're not in a time of change. We're not in a time of crisis. We meet twice a year, generally. I'm not saying that's the only way to do things. I'm certainly not saying that's the best way to do things. I'd be interested to hear how you're doing it. Likewise, if you have any topics or questions that you'd like covered in future videos, please shoot me an email, write me a comment. If you want more tips about how to work remotely, how to manage teams remotely, how to be a virtual entrepreneur, then make sure that you're subscribed to this channel so that you're going to be notified when I post new videos. If you have any topic suggestions or questions that you'd like covered in upcoming videos, make sure to leave that in the comments down below. Once again, my name is Tucker Johnson, on my way to Sandpoint, Idaho. Wish me luck. Send me more video topic suggestions so that I have something to do on these long drives to Sandpoint.